I've been doing social media managing for over 10 years now, and here are the lessons that I have learned over these past few years if you are a new social media manager starting your very first agency. Lesson number one, let go of the things that are not serving you. I always recommend doing a task audit every once in a while to make sure that the things that you're putting your energy into are actually building your business and filling you with joy. If these are not the cases, then it's okay to let go. Lesson number two, kind of to tailspin off of that, let clients go. Every year around October, I decide which clients are just not helping me build the business. And that is not to just kick them out and leave them out on the street. That's not what I'm recommending. But as you grow your business, your prices may range. Some clients may be paying you at a place where you were a beginner and now you're a little bit more experienced and should be charging your worth. And if you have that conversation with your client and they're unable to pay the amount that you are valuing yourself at, then it's okay to let them go as clients. And with that, I would make sure that you are building relationships with others, especially other social media managers within your industry and within your location. So that way you can have a smooth transition, being able to hand them off to somebody who would fulfill their current needs. Lesson number three that I learned as a social media manager along the way is not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. We're already in a very vulnerable industry, putting ourselves out there as social media managers and putting out content that it feels scary. But if you're able to show up as your authentic self, then the right people will find your content valuable and relatable and want to follow you. Lesson number four, and this is something that was taught to me by my business mentor very early in my career, and that is take one day off a month. In this industry, creative burnout is real. Your clients experience it. That's why they hire you. You're probably going to experience it, if not already, trying to manage all these accounts, including trying to manage your own business and gain new clientele. So take the day off. It's okay. Instagram's not going to burn down without you, especially if you're utilizing tools like a scheduler that keeps the flow going. Do something that fills your cup creatively. Go get a massage, treat yourself a little bit. Go on a hike, go sniff a tree. But one thing I do know from personal experience is sitting down at a computer for 8 hours trying to find content ideas is not where they're magically going to appear. Lesson number five, get a business coach, especially early in your career. I have saved myself probably hundreds of dollars, hundreds of hours, hundreds of mistaken efforts listening to those who have done and made the mistakes I was going to be making ahead of time. And if you're somebody who's a little bit more established in your career, don't be afraid to reach out to those who are a little bit earlier in their careers and be a role model for them. There are some awesome networks out there. If you just Google some of them near you, there are some in-person networking events. There are also virtual networking events that allow you to surround yourself with a room full of people that you will then be inspired by. You know what they say, you are a mixture of the people you spend the most time with. So why not surround yourself with people that have gone through what you're going through currently and be able to learn from them and channel some of that badass energy. Lesson number six, ask for help. Seriously, ask for help. Write down your questions, write down your challenges, doing some sort of self-reflection and not being afraid to ask for help when you need it. Nobody's going to think less of you. Nobody's going to judge you because we've all been there before. I would love to know some of your early entrepreneur questions in the comment section down below. I do want to point out that especially if you live in more of a rural area, resources may not be as obvious because people might not have the marketing budgets, especially like economic development firms, may not have the monetary resources to do full-on marketing. So by asking for help, you are able to be connected more directly with these resources, especially if they are not being promoted online. Lesson seven, just post it. Now, as a social media manager, you're always preaching, like get your content mixes in, make sure you have your content themes straightened away. But here's the thing, if you're not doing a little bit of content testing, you won't know what your best performing content is. So don't put too much pressure on waiting until Monday to post about this event that you went to last Wednesday. Make it be timely, and it does not have to be perfect because authenticity is what people are craving. And if you are setting that example for the people that are watching your content, then that will make them feel even more empowered about posting their own content. Lesson 8, know who you're speaking to. When you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. So get very clear on who your audience is, especially if you're new in business or you're trying to redefine yourself and expand a little bit more. If you are raising your prices, a certain type of business needs to be able to afford your services. If you are somebody that focuses on smaller businesses, making sure you understand that these are folks that probably have never touched social media before in their lives. So how is your content? How's your messaging? How's your presence? How are the events that you're choosing to go to, especially ticketed events? Will you be able to find those people that you want to work with? Are they even in the room that you're trying to speak into? You'll save yourself a lot of time and a lot of effort not trying to throw spaghetti at a wall and hoping it sticks. Lesson number 9 is get to know your competitors. This may seem a little like oxymoronic, but collaboration over competition. It's okay to charge different things. It's okay to serve different industries and different niches, but by learning about the people around you in your industry, you're able to support each other even better and create these referral bridges that then you can pass business more easily to each other. So instead of trying to fight for every single client that you're trying to get, by bridging these friendships with these competitors, you're able to learn from each other and also not work as hard to try to find clients because they've done a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And last but not least, the best lesson that I've learned as a social media manager for over 10 years is make sure you know what your boundaries are. Make sure you understand, make sure you plan out and properly communicate what your time boundaries are when you're going to be offline and not on Instagram. Make sure that you know how long it takes you to do something so that way you are able to time block your calendar. Make sure that you set those expectations with your clients so that way they are not asking you to produce a Hollywood style reel in less than 24 hours. Knowing your boundaries and setting your expectations at the start will only create higher quality relationships with your clients so that way they also can take that into consideration when passing you content and assigning different projects and campaigns for you to then market. Make sure to follow along with the Winfield Creative by liking and subscribing and share this with the social media manager in your life.